Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. I'm your host again. It's your girl Chi Amaka Ukevun. You guys are very much welcome to today's video. I don't know, I'm in my scarf era. That's why you see me on scarf. Like I don't know. Anyway, too lazy to wear wig. There's that also. Yeah. Okay. So if you're new to my channel, like this is your first time seeing my face, what's up? How are you? I like to think that you're in the right place. I would like to say subscribe to my channel, right? And if you're returning, like you've been seeing me, you've been seeing some of my videos, you've seen some of my videos, but you just haven't subscribed. I don't know. Leave a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think I could do better to make you subscribe. How can I convince you to subscribe if you're subscribed? What's up? How are you? How far? Welcome everyone, new, returning, old subscribers. I love all of you the same. Yeah. Now, in today's video, so we're going to talking about some things you should not be as some things that shouldn't be associated with you, especially as an adult. Right? It's not something you want people to know you for, or when they write your name, you do not want them to write it on the other side of the list. Now, these are things you know. That's the funniest part. These are things that, if you think about it, you realize that, oh, yeah. But we don't think about them during the course of it happening. We don't think about them. We don't consider. We don't check it to say, does this make sense, right? So outside right now, while it's not happening, everybody's like, oh, of course, yeah, of course. But while it is happening, okay, at that point in time where you're doing those things, or where there's an opportunity for you to make a decision of a yes or no, or if a do or don't do, right? What is the choice you usually pick? That is where it is. So subconsciously, their habits, when you hear of them from afar, when you see people doing it, you're like, no, I no, for what? Right. So we're just going to delve. This is going to be hopefully a short video because it's going to be very straight to the point. Number one is lies. Explain to me why, as an adult, you are lying. You are lying for something that you know they would catch you. You're not just lying for things that you wouldn't be caught, or in fact, there's evidence against you, but you're bent on lying. You're bent on keeping a false narrative, right? Lies have ripple effect because if you lie today, you have to lie tomorrow to sustain the previous lies that you have talked about. And depending on the level, if you're lying, you most likely have to keep up the lies, which could involve you stealing, doing anything to ensure that that lie is being sustained. It's the same way you watch in movies where one person is being killed, and to cover up that murder, they have to kill all of those who are witnesses. Ripple effect, over and over and over and over again. Nothing good comes out from stuff like this. So I don't know, but you could tell me as an adult, why do you think people lie? Or if it's something you do, why do you lie? I understand that there are situations where you lie. See, on my channel, if you're new here, I don't like acting unrealistic. I like to stick to reality because reality in itself is complex, right? It is not a white or black. Reality is complex, okay? So I like to stay realistic. There are times where, let me use a work scenario. They ask you to do something, 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 up your budget, and you're upping your budget. You know it. You've told them that it's unrealistic, and maybe over time nobody's listening, and you up your budget and they ask you again, is it realistic, that do you think you can do it? You say yes. Is it a lie? Yes. But could you have said otherwise? Probably not, because if you say it's not realistic, you most likely be hearing things like, um you're not a team player, you're not this, you're not that, right? There are some other instances, like if you live in Lagos especially, and you nah, there's instances where I want something more relatable away from work that all of us can relate with. I know that there are instances where when you think about the the narrative behind it, or imagine if there was a shootout and somewhere, and you witnessed it, and maybe probably you didn't see very well, but you know very well that if they arrest you, the crime could be pinned on you, and they ask you if you saw the faces of the people, or you've even been threatened, right? Let's even go for them. You've been threatened not to even mention names because I know you saw their faces, and then you're being asked, "Did you see?" and you lie in that instance. That's a different thing, right? That's a very weird example. Now back to main discussion. But as an adult, you're being asked, did you go out? Did you were you at somewhere yesterday? Or would you be taking this course? And you say no. Knowing fully well that you've registered for the course, you're ready to go, but you are just lying just because. Because at the end of the day, when I ask you why you lie, you do not have a possible reason as to why you've lied. You've just lied based on impulse, or you've just lied because, see, there are so many ways to get out of situations. If you do not want to share so much of yourself with people, there's so many ways to get out of those situations, and you would be fine. Nothing would happen to you. It's always a problem when I find, like, it's a turn off for me to see people who are lying in their adult age on impulse. Like, someone asks you a question, the first thing that wants to come out of your mouth is what is not true. Anyway, I think in this adult life, it's not something that should be associated with you. If you're somebody who lies, you might want to take conscious efforts to stick to the truth. The truth always work. The truth will set you free. We've heard that so many times, and I don't think there's any religion in this world that supports lying. Even people who aren't religious, who claim they aren't religious, I don't think they support lying. Like, do you know how your lies make people look at you? There are people who you ask them a certain question, you're not expecting them to tell you the truth, right? It erodes your it's a stain on your personality to have that cap, or to have that tag, that no, this guy know they tell truth. Like, truth cannot come out of this one mouth, and you're okay as a person. Heaven bless your soul, but it's weird. But anyway, not to stress it, I don't see any reason why in your adult life you should be lying. Yeah. Next one is body odor. No, no. Body odor, mouth odor. No. I do know that some of these things are medical. I do know that maybe sometime in someone's life, it's very possible that it comes up, and someone says, "Oh, you don't smell good," or "I think you have body odor." It does happen. But when you notice that, what do you do? What do you do? You beef up your hygiene and ensure it never happens again. Body odor is not something that should be associated with you in your adult age. Maybe when you were growing up, it came up and you treated it. That's fine. But in your adult age, no, 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 no. Particularly, I see people who have body odor and they are covering their body odor in perfumes and antiperspirant or deodorant. Don't get me wrong, those are good, those are amazing. But if you have body odor, you have to treat it. You have to, because imagine that day where you are in your house and somebody comes visiting and you haven't showered. You shouldn't be, you cannot be actively smelling, for Christ's sakes, right? So you're always with your perfume to reapply at every point in time when you go out. This is not a case of medical issue. You're just not a neat person, or you're somebody who is not treating their body odor. Instead, they are hiding under something, like hiding under a perfume to enhance their smell, to make it smell better. There is an issue. There is an issue. It shouldn't be associated with you in your adult age, because you when you grow up, it's not just about you, it's about the society, it's about others. If you do not respect yourself, at least respect people who you would meet in a bus, people who are going out for their daily bread. A thousand things for them to worry about, a thousand things for them to think about. One of them should not be your body odor or your mouth odor. And if you have a body odor, you don't smell good, people would avoid you. How do you feel? Like there's some people I see and they are okay, they are fine. One or two things, either you don't know or somebody hasn't said it or they just don't care. And sometimes you see people repeating their dresses over and over and over again. I know that some people wear their dresses twice, three times. No wahala. Those are not the people I'm coming from. But if you're the kind of person that you wear your dress inside traffic, right? You're doing a manual job. Hence, you're prone to sweating. You're prone to sweating, right? Producing sweat and all of that. Definitely, you know that whatever dress you've worn producing sweat, you cannot rewear, you cannot reuse. Okay, it's the same way with people who go to the gym and repeat their gym wears. My dear brothers and sisters, no, 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 you would smell because this thing is sweat. You now say some people. Oh, some people would go to the gym, work out. Of course, you sweat, and they take that dress, put it inside their gym bag, and lock it. Now, when they are going another time to the gym, they don't wash it. They take that same gym bag to the gym. Have you ever put a damp cloth? Pity for those who are going to receive you, pity for those who are going to perceive you. For heaven's sake, have some respect. Please, that we may not die, that we may live to declare the goodness of God in our lives. Okay? If you're going to the gym, it's safe, it makes sense that you wash your gym wear after each use. I don't think it's just okay to sun it. I might be wrong, but I don't think it's just okay to sun it and dry it and wear it. Yes, it is dry, but the amount of sweat you've produced is something that should be washed off. Because when you produce an additional sweat on the sweat that have dried, it becomes something else. We're not here to mount on sweat or to mount on smell or to ah, the point of this, my dear brothers and sisters, is that in your adult life, you should do everything not to smell. Everything in your power, you should do not to smell, not to have body odor. Okay? If you do, wash off, go and clean up, find a way to clean yourself, find a way to make yourself neat, find a way to stay away from that. It doesn't tell well on you. Okay? So if you're in that, if you fall under that category, just watch it, just clean up basically. Wash yourself. Okay, that's the service. I'm not here to laugh at you, I'm just here to tell you that you should take correction. Yeah, I smell nice. Okay. Another one is stealing. I don't understand why you'll be associated with stealing. Like there are people as adults who you would drop something and they would steal it and they would move. See, this video is not for you if you are living, if you're not about living a better life. Maybe this video is not for you. I don't know, but as an adult, even from your friends, why are you stealing? Why are you stealing? As far as stealing spoolie makeup, and then they ask you, you lie about it. That is even the worst part, right? You steal things from them, and you're not somebody who even has a lot, something that somebody can collect from you. So at the end of the day, when they ask you about this, about that, everything you're pointing at is the fact that everything you stole. And you know very well that even if you have friends where you can easily just take something like, they collect this thing from you, you know very well that this thing is expensive, this thing means a lot to that person, but you still take it. You come to a gathering, something is missing, everybody's suspecting you. Why? Because that is your doing, that's how you roll. In your adult life, no, I don't think that it should be associated with you. Whatever you say, whatever you do, it's just a no. No one wants to be with someone is who is who is very light-handed, right? Everything misses around you. Every single thing misses around you. If you're in a gathering, they're looking for something, you're the first person they're calling. Or that is even an obvious one. I know there are people who steal, and people don't suspect them because of the way they look, because of how they're dressed, because of how they speak plenty, plenty grammar. They're just well respected. Now, if you're watching this video and you fall in that category, I think it's time for you to Help yourself do better. You can do better. Help yourself do better. You really do not have to steal. I don't think there's anything else for me to say with stealing and all of that. Something else you shouldn't be doing in your adult life is gossiping. I see no reason why you would want to be talking about people at their back if you cannot say it in their front. Maybe not out of respect, but maybe you know it's a terrible thing to say. You know it's something that shouldn't be said. You know there's a difference between what you have in your head, what you're thinking, when you and what you say. There are some things in your head that you cannot author. There are some things in your mind that you cannot author, right? Because you know that when you utter those words, it sort of changes the dynamics, right? And I tell people, leave it in your head. Don't say it. Leave it in your head. Especially when it's the terrible thing. Leave it in your freaking head. Right? Watch what you say, watch what you do. Right? So that's it. Finally, if you're amongst those that is letting social media decide how your life moves in your adult life, like you feel so much pressure, you feel so much compulsion, you feel so much, I don't know, man. It shouldn't be so. And you're living a make believe kind of life. Hell no, you shouldn't be associated with make believe in no way, right? Um, I understand when they say fake it till you make it in a positive light, but then again, fake it till you make it has a negative part of it. And if you're dwelling on that, you're living a false life, a fake life. Everything about you want to go out, you cannot wear what you have in your wardrobe. You want to borrow from your friends from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. You're not confident enough. You're not contented with what you have. You borrow just so you could snap and you post. There is life beyond social media. There is life beyond the posting, the snap. In fact, there are a lot of people who have a lot, but when you go to their social media page, there's just nothing there, right? There is life beyond social media. There's life beyond what people show you. And there should be substance to you, there should be content to you beyond social media. So um if you're stuck up on yourself trying to catch up with people on social media, you're living a delusional life because you're actually better than some people on social media. You actually have some things that people actually do admire, right? So why are you stuck up on how you're perceived through the media? And because you're projecting that part of you, you attract you're projecting a false part of you. You attract a false part, a false community. You have to keep up. You then get entwined with lies, with borrowing. It's just a lot of right. It's just a lot. I think, sincerely speaking, I think we should all find a way to have a balanced life and understand, like make it a tag for yourself and say, I do not want to be associated with this. Our life is a book we are writing. That's how I say it. And for everything we do, each part of our lives, a new chapter is being opened. If somebody is reading or watching your life as a movie, would you want them to write those parts of your life? So before you do anything, is it a part of your life that you want, is it a part that you want people to pen down and write and you'll be proud that people are reading that part of you? For people who drink and get drunk, is this something you want to be associated with you such that when somebody is reading it, so they say the life of Chiamaka Okebo, when they open to chapter 2, they're not like Chiamaka the drunk, chapter 3, Chiamaka the light-handed lady. It's not something you want to be associated with yourself. So as you're writing your story, ensure that you write it bold, you write it um in pride, something you can be proud of yourself. Okay. Yeah, and that's it for this video. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Like I said, this is going to be a short video. This was just for us to have a tete-a-tete. Ha! Okay. Yeah, so it's quite generic, but you need to make conscious efforts to avoid some of these things and practice be a better person and practice more. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm still your host Chemaka. Okay, well, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Subscribe, and I would see you in my next video. Bye for now. Bye, guys.